Hey everybody! Welcome back to the Chilli channel. Pete the Norfolk Chillihead here with another hot sauce review for you. This is the third sauce that I've received very kindly from Todd T. Mudder, a guy who many of you are already very familiar with, but just in case you're not, Todd is a pro chef from America who makes his own sauces on the side. I've had two of his sauces so far, the Blaze and the Scorched steak sauce. Both were very, very good. He's kind of at the sort of, I guess, semi-pro stage, you would call it, with his sauces at the moment. He's selling them to sort of limited numbers of people at the moment. And he's kind of thinking about whether to go fully pro with it, I think. And, well, based on the quality of the ones I've had so far, I think that would be a really good idea. You know, they are, in my opinion, at a professional standard. They are fantastic. Flavour, heat, ingredients, everything in there is really good. So, you know, I'm really sure that if he did want to upscale his operation with these sauces, then they would sell. But obviously, you know, going into business is obviously a big decision for anybody. So, you know, it's not something to be taken lightly. But anyway, I'm going to review the third of his sauces that he sent me today. And this is the Crazed Jamaican jerk sauce. Looks awesome. Once again, I love the design. It's simple, but it's really, really good looking. It's got those classic sort of Jamaican colours with the green, yellow and red. It's got like a lion with dreadlocks on the front there. Kind of weird. And on his little heat scale on the side here, you can see he's given it 10 out of 10. Oh yes. The ones I've had so far have been a 7 and a 9 out of 10. Both were very hot, so by all rights, this deserves to be the hottest of the bunch. Ingredients-wise, we have Scotch bonnets, butcherlockies, pineapple, scallion vinegar, soy sauce, roasted garlic, lime juice, brown sugar, sea salt, allspice, ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, black pepper and xanthan gum. Yum, yum, yum. Loads of nice stuff going on in there. Some great peppers, some fruity notes from the pineapple maybe, lots of spices going on, you know, with the allspice, ginger, lots of Caribbean kind of flavours going on in there. So it sounds really good. Before I launch into it, I'm just going to quickly remind you of Todd's channel before I forget. I'll put the link down there. If any of you do fancy getting in touch with him to see if he can get hold of any of his sauces, then by all means drop him a line because he will help you out. Right, so I'm just going to cut this open and get into this review. Wow, so as you can see, it's a lovely sort of brownish kind of colour, probably coming from the soy sauce and the brown sugar and some of the spices that are in there. Lots of seeds and little flecks of spice and things floating around in there. So I'll give it a quick shake. Yeah, and let's get into this bad boy. Pop from the little pop cap. Wow, okay. Straight away, soy sauce, ginger, definitely. Probably mixed with the allspice a bit there, I think. I'm not really 100% sure what allspice kind of tastes like on its own. I've had it in stuff, but it's not something that I would really know how to pick out, but I think that's probably what it is. The combination of the spices there. There's a peppery note as well. Maybe a bit of garlic and onion as well. Maybe, is there onion in there? No, there isn't. There is a sweetness there. I'm wondering if that's coming from the pineapple. I'm just going to give it another quick shake. Okay. I want to send a quick shout out before I begin to Josh once again at the Smoshua 11 channel. He has kindly done me another title card, which you'll have been able to see at the beginning of this very video. I think it looks awesome. So once again, thank you, Josh. I think that the channel looked a lot better for it. Right, come on. Okay, here we go. So yeah, it flows very well, but it's still thick, which I quite like. His sauces tend to have a very sort of velvety kind of luxurious kind of quality to them, mouthfeel wise. So I really like that. I like a bit of luxury. Oh, it smells really good, guys. And it's going to be hot. I can see some seeds in there. Oh yes, here we go. Wow. Bags of flavour. Now the heat's coming. Straight to the back of the throat, which is what you get often with the big jalokia, isn't it? The flavour's really good. It's sweet, spicy. I think you do get hints of pineapple. You wouldn't say it's a pineapple-y kind of tasting sauce, but there is a sweetness there, which I'm guessing is coming from that pineapple. There's an element of soy sauce in there as well. Elements of ginger definitely coming through. There's a nice sort of spicy note to the whole thing, probably coming from the allspice and the cinnamon. Nutmeg as well. I'm definitely getting a little bit of nutmeg in the back there. Black pepper. It's got that kind of black peppery sort of mouth warmth, you know, that you get from your black pepper. That's really good. The peppers come through really nicely. Heat-wise, again, it's not quite as hot as Todd sort of makes out, really. It is very hot, you know, and you wouldn't be able to have huge amounts of it. But I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10. I would give it more like probably about a 7.5. I think all of his sauces tend to be around the 7.5, 8 kind of mark. So they're very hot, you know, don't get me wrong, he's not scroungy with his peppers, you know, there's a lot of heat in there. But probably just on the heat scale, slightly less than what it says on the bottle, in my opinion. Some of you might argue with that. That's up to you, but that's just my personal opinion. The heat level for me is pretty perfect. You know, I wouldn't really want it that much hotter than this. You know, I mean, we all like our heat, but you know, if you want to have it with food and you want to have it quite liberally, then you want the flavour and you want the heat, you know, to be at a manageable level, and that's what this is for me. So it's a very good sauce. Probably out of the 3 that I've tried, I think this is probably my favourite. The flavours in there, that mixture of spices, is quite unique. You know, the way that it combines with the fruit and the soy sauce. I mean, it's really, really cool. The reviews that I've done for Todd so far, for me personally, I haven't been 100% happy with them because I find the flavours in his sauces to be so complex, and all of the different flavours marry together in such a way that I find it difficult to describe them and do them justice, because, you know, this really does taste great, guys. And, you know, my vocabulary kind of fails me sometimes. You know, I haven't got the most seasoned sort of palate. You know, I'm not some sort of, you know, whiz kid when it comes to, you know, describing and being critical about food. You know, I'm just a normal guy who's trying to sort of describe this to you. And I do wonder if I do them justice sometimes. And, you know, flavours like this, for me, are hard to describe because the flavours do just marry together so well, and it's really complex. It really is. You've got lots of ingredients going on in here. So many different spices and things like that. But it really is good. And if you haven't tried out these sauces yet, I would urge you to do so, because the 3 that I've tried are freaking awesome. And I will be a repeat customer in the future, no doubt. So watch out, Todd. I'm coming back for some more. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back once again very soon with another hot sauce review. Keep it rocking. Burn, burn, get drunk on the burn, burn.